Hi guys, welcome to TchinTchin. My name is Chris. Today I'm going to show you how I make my bourbon sour. Bourbon sour is a variation of the whiskey sour. Whiskey sour is made with scotch. What we're going to need to make the cocktail: the glass, a measure, the shaker, a little spring that you can get from a strainer, and then a strainer. For the product, you're going to need some bourbon. You can choose your brand. Here I have Maker's Marks, lemon juice, single syrup, and egg white. Drop of Angostura in my version. So let's start. We're gonna hit it with 5 centiliters of bourbon. Again, choose the brand you prefer. So 5 centiliters. That's the base of the cocktail, the spirit. Then we have the sour part, lemon juice. I would advise fresh lemon juice, always better. So this we're gonna do 2.5 centiliters of lemon juice. We're going to balance the acidity of the lemon with the sugar, single syrup. To make a single syrup, you just need to boil some water, 1 liter of water, and then you're going to add 1 kilo of sugar, stir it, put it in the cooler, and your single syrup is ready. So the great balance is 1.5 centiliter. So we still get the acidity smoothed down with the sweetness of the sugar. The secret for the foam on a bourbon sour is going to come from the egg white. Egg white, if you take an egg, you crack the egg, separate the yellow and the white, and then you're going to use the white. This is what is going to activate the foam. We're going to go with a good 3 centiliters of the egg white. Yes. And then, because I make a bourbon sour, so whiskey sour is made with scotch, bourbon sour with bourbon. The bourbon is a little bit sweeter, a little bit rounder than a scotch whiskey. That's why I'm going to use Angostura bitters, just 1 drop, just to balance that sweetness from the bourbon. Next step, I'm going to use my spring, and we're going to do what we call a dry shake. So the dry shake without ice, and we're just going to activate the protein of the egg white for about 10 seconds, back and forward, and a very active shake. Yes, open the shaker. Here I can see the activation of the foam already. And we're going to hit it with some ice. You want to put about 3/4 of the shaker full of ice. Close the shaker, and then we're gonna ice our glass, always to the top, and here we're ready for the real shake. About 20 seconds. What is important in the shake is to try not to break the ice, but still give it a good shake. And here we are ready. We open the shaker. That's the moment where you want to try your cocktail. Take a straw, give it a try. Very good, because you want to try it when it's in the shaker, so you have the opportunity to fix it. If it's too sweet, if it's too sour, too much alcohol, that's when you want to fix your cocktail. And then we're ready to pour. So that little move of the wrist is gonna make the foam come on top of the liquid. You get a nice foamy bourbon sour. I hope you guys try it at home, enjoy it. Bourbon sour by Chris. Thank you. All right guys, we saw the bourbon sour. Now I'm going to show you a little twist that I make on this bourbon sour. The previous one was a classic way. Now I'll show you my little twist on it. The same material, same ingredients. Here we add Lafroy. It's a smoked whiskey, Scotch whiskey. You can also use, for example, Hautberg. That's going to bring a little bit of smokiness to our cocktail today. So 5 centiliter. So we start on the same. 5 cl of bourbon. And then we're going to add about 1 centiliter of the smoked whiskey, just to bring a little bit of smokiness to our cocktail. 1 cl. You can also go with half centiliter if you don't really enjoy the smoke, but with half centiliter 1 cl, the smoke is gonna really stay in the background. Lemon juice for the sour part, 2.5 centiliters. Then I balance it with my single syrup, my sugar, so we make a nice sweet and sour. 1.5 centiliter of the single syrup. The other twist here, I'm using chickpeas water. Chickpeas water has the same protein as the egg white, so it is gonna activate the foam in the same way. It's a vegan version, it's cheaper, and you don't waste the yellow of your egg. So I would advise you guys to try this with chickpeas water. So you just open your can of chickpeas, you strain the water out, reserve the water, and that's what you actually use. It doesn't have any flavor in it. It's gonna bring a little bit of salinity, which is great for our cocktail here. And now we're ready to dry shake. Again, I use the spring, that's my little trick to activate the foam. It's a little bit like when you whisk egg white in the kitchen, the same process here. Dry shake about 10 seconds. Always shake with a smile. Yes, we open the shaker. Nice smoky background. 3/4 of ice in your shaker, and we're ready for the shake. So again, about 20 seconds. So it's what I call an active shake. So to activate the foam, we need to shake it pretty hard, again, without breaking the ice. We should be ready here. Nice foam. Again, if you want to fix your cocktail, that's when you try it. If it's too boozy, you add a little bit of lemon, you add a little bit of sugar. If it's not enough alcohol, you add a little bit of bourbon, for example. Yes. Fill up the glass with ice, strainer in, and we're ready to pour. To the top, and we're ready with the smoky version of the bourbon sour, guys. Try it at home, let me know what you think. Alright guys, I've been showing you bourbon sour. I showed you my twist on the bourbon sour with a bit of smokiness and the chickpeas. And now, if you don't have the time, if you don't have all the ingredients or the material, I'm going to show you a way to make a great cocktail without all these ingredients. Here I have a product called TchinTchin Golden Ginger. So it's made out of Scotch whiskey, some lime juice for the sourness. For the sweetness, I'm bringing a homemade ginger syrup blended with some amaretto syrup, a few drops of Angostura, apple juice, and the chickpeas water. That's for the foam activation. What you want to do, because the ginger syrup is made from fresh ginger, the ginger is laying in the bottom. So you just want to give it a little shake, nice and soft, and you're ready to go. So here we open the bottle, 5 cocktail in 1 bottle. If we use 14 centiliters, 14 centiliters is pretty much a cocktail in a rock glass. Yes, and then you guys are pretty much ready to go. All we need to do now is shake it. So here I put a lot less ice. About half of the shaker full of ice is more than enough. Same time I ice my rock glass to the top, and we're ready to shake, guys. So about 8 seconds, very active shake to really activate the protein of the chickpeas water. Strainer, and then we're pretty much ready. So you see, you still get that nice foam. Yes, little trick that I have, if you like your cocktail a little bit more boozy, again, I love smoke, so half centiliter of here Lafroy right on top, just to give that smoky aromas which will stay in the front of the mouth. The rest of the mouth will be the cocktail with all the flavor that are in the cocktail. So here it is, guys, the golden ginger made by Chris, easy peasy. All right, guys, well, I've showed you my bourbon sour, twist on the bourbon sour, the easy way with the golden ginger. I hope you guys try it at home. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it goes. If you have difficulties, just reach out to me and I will help you out. I hope you guys will enjoy it. See you later.